Hello everyone, welcome back. So, in the last 2 or 3 lectures, we had started something about the nuclear accidents. In the very first lecture, we had seen something about the nuclear physics, that means the concepts of nuclear physics, and we had seen some major and important concepts which are related to these nuclear physics. The next lecture was something about an accident called as 3 Mile Island accident, which took place on 28th of March 1979, and the second accident which we had seen in the last lecture is something related to Chernobyl accident which took place on 26th of April 1986. Friends, I must tell you, you should keep the dates as it is in mind. Also, at the same time, you should keep in mind at which unit or which power plant this incident took place. That means, for example, TMI took place in unit number 2, while that of Chernobyl took place in unit number 4. Today, we are going to look forward for a new and important accident. Important in a sense, reason is because this is considered to be the very recent accident which took place, nuclear accident which took place in this century. That means this accident, called as the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster, is one of the disaster of today's century. That means it took place in 2011. Okay. Now this reactor is comparatively having a nuclear disaster very different as that of the other two which we had studied. Like, I mean, we had studied in TMI that it was a human error, correct? Similarly, in Chernobyl, it was also a human error as well as design structure, which was which has caused effect on the problem of nuclear disaster, which is of course being faced by many of the citizens over there today also. But when related to the study of Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster, we should keep in mind that it was not at all a human disaster or human problem. That means now the plant was created, the Fukushima Daiichi plant was created with a very perfect structure. It was having a perfect structure, it was having a knowledgeable human source with them. That means much well trained human source as compared to TMI and Chernobyl. Then what happened or what created a problem in Fukushima Daiichi so that it is being considered as one of the greatest problem or one of the greatest nuclear accident of this era. We'll study these concepts by looking forward at some of the important concepts of Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster. So, Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster is being considered as one of the largest nuclear power plant. Okay, because it was having a square area which was very large. This area was very large. This power plant was very large, situated a very large area, and important part is it was a perfect power plant. That means you cannot expect any of the resources or human problems to come over here and cause a problem of nuclear accident, major nuclear accident. But still there was a nuclear accident in this particular area. So this nuclear accident took place on 11th of March 2011. Okay, again I'm repeating, it took place on 11th of March 2011, and it was considered as nuclear disaster, largest nuclear disaster after the Chernobyl disaster. Okay, now this reactor was considered as the major and largest nuclear disaster because of the reason because it was having and released out of a large radioactive material into the earth source. Now this would have created an idea for you people to understand how it is considered as the major or most important disaster of this century. You can understand it very easily also by looking at this diagram, typically the diagram only. You can find that, as we said in the very first lecture, when we are talking something about a nuclear power plant, we have to look forward that there should be a water source nearby because power is generated with the help of this water only. as well as you need power to act as a coolant for it. Okay, now this time what happened, because of this disaster, the energy source, that means the radioactive energy source, which was in a form of a pollutant after the accident, was released out not only in the air but also it was released out into the water, which was a major source for a drinking or daily use for this people, that means around the people of the Japan. So this nuclear reactor is composed of 6 power plants. Okay, so the 6 power plants, and this power plant were working on very properly. It was no problem with any of the power plant. But where did the problem took place was actually in reactor number 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so we have a 6 power plant in Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, and the problem which took place in the nuclear reactors were reactor number 1, reactor number 2 and reactor number 3. These reactors went into a complete meltdown. Okay, as I said, it was not a human error. Then how did it took place? Let's understand how this plant was created. So you have to keep some concepts in mind also. This plant was actually created or designed by GE, that is General Electrics. So I've not written this in slide, you have to note it down. So it was created by GE or designed by GE, that is General Electric, and it was maintained or it was controlled by TEPCO, that is Tokyo Electric Power Company. Okay, I'll repeat again, that is Tokyo Electric Power Company. So what happened during when these reactors were working? Reactor number 4, reactor number 5 and reactor number 6 were actually going on for the purpose of maintenance. Like we had seen in Chernobyl incident, similarly here also took place. But again I'll repeat the same thing, it was not a human error. They basically had shut down the complete source and they were creating a cleaning program, that means defueling program for reactor number 4, reactor number 5 and reactor number 6. Also, I told you a date, that means when the accident took place. It was 11th of March 2011. So if you go back and study this date, you will find that there was a larger part of tsunami occurring in the areas of Japan. The same thing happened, and because of this tsunami, the incident took place. That means the tsunami which was there in the Japan, it flooded the complete area of the nuclear power plant with the water. So we know that the water containing the nuclear reactors should be in particular amount, correct? So it should not be too much and it should not be too low also. But what happened? The tsunami occurred in the Japan area of nuclear power plant, and all of a suddenly a water was rushed into the power plant more than excess. Now this was the first part. The second part was, like we said in the Chernobyl incident, that there should have been some mobile communication. That means there should have been a control of human through the computer systems, right? Here the computer systems were working, the human was having a control of complete nuclear power plant with the help of the computer generated systems. That means they were advanced with their studies, they were advanced with their technologies. But what happened? Because the tsunami was very big, this complete water was rushed into the houses of the plant, as well as it also entered into the major area which was controlling this nuclear power plant. That means the computer area of complete nuclear power plant. And what happened? Because the water entered into the computer area or generator areas, the power energy was completely shut down. Now this power energy was shut down, and of course we know you cannot control unless and until you have a power in your hand, right? So when the power are cut off, computer shut down हो गए थे, आपका सारा प्रोसेस बंद हो चुका था, अब ह्यूमंस के हाथ में कुछ भी नहीं रहा था. Now, second thing what happened was water was rushing into the computer systems, so computer systems were blocked, line chala gaya tha, everything was shut down. Second thing, the water was entering into the nuclear power plants also, but the reaction was going on there because, of course, electrode rods were present in the nuclear reactors, and this nuclear reactor rods were again working also because we know a small amount of energy was necessary to generate an electricity. So it was going on and it was working on. Okay, third important thing, what these people did, they had very knowledgeable technology, right? Like I said, they were completely equipped with their technology. So what they did, they gave a backup system also. Agar in case power cut off ho jata hai, so they started a particular source, that means a generator, to again restart or reboot the nuclear power plant. And the same thing happened. That means they wanted actually to shut down all the reactors because tsunami was entering with a larger amount, water was entering with a larger amount. But what happened, because generators were there, even though power was cut down, this generator automatically got started and it was providing the energy to the rods which were present in the nuclear reactors. So the energy was being generated again and again. Now, the water which was being supplied was not in a control of human now, because the tsunami water was entering inside the nuclear power plants from all the sources. Also, you have to keep in mind that one of the best design which they have created was a Fukushima Daiichi. Reason is because they had kept this complete system underground. That means it was not above the area of ground area like that of TMI and Chernobyl. That means they had also kept something which was underground. But what these people had done, they have created a complete design or complete nuclear power plant was designed in such a manner that it was perfect. It was not able to create any problem. But this was a natural disaster combined with that of the nuclear disaster, and hence it is called as one of the major disaster of this centuries. Reason is because it was not only the tsunami which was causing the problem, it was later on followed by earthquake, the second major problem. Like I said, they had designed the complete structure of the nuclear reactor which was embedded deep inside the earth, so that if any problem occurs, if any nuclear accident occurs, it will not explode outside and larger amount of gas will not be released, and they would have been able to control the complete reaction. But what happened, because of natural disaster like tsunami, water entered, and second natural disaster was followed exactly after the tsunami, and that was earthquake. So because of earthquake, there was a large area of disruption of the earth parts, internal earth parts. And like we know, this nuclear power plant or reactor was placed inside, deep inside the earth surface. What it did, it started cracking on the material which was of the nuclear power plant deep inside the earth. Now what happened, because of this system, the complete power plant was having a problem by two ways. One was the water, and the second one was because of the earthquake which was taking deep inside the earth. Because of this, the nuclear power plant was completely out of control of human. Even though it was not a human error, it was one of the largest problem because of nature. And all of a suddenly what happened, the power was going on, the water was going inserting on, and there were large explosions taking place. These large explosions were taking place in such a huge amount that it caused a fire to start in that particular area. Okay, so this is something related to Fukushima Daiichi. That means you have to keep in mind that it is not because of the human error, or it was not because of the negligence of the human, but it was something related to the natural disaster, and nature की वजह से humans के लिए पूरा problem create हो चुका था. Okay, the next important thing about Fukushima Daiichi is this reactor disabled the complete power plant, right? So it was not in a control of human system at all, and henceforth it is rated as seventh in nuclear accident. Now seventh in a sense you can see 1 to 10, that means more the amount of rating that it is more dangerous. So it is rated as seventh in rank as compared to nuclear reactors or nuclear reactor accident which took place till date. So because the power was shut down for a larger amount, there were complete shutdown, and human existence was also very negligible in that area because of tsunami. This explosion was followed by a series of sequences. That means on 12th, on 11th of March, the tsunami entered. The complete power plant was filled up with the water, and the system of computer operating systems was out of control of human existence. On the 12th of March, then it followed by an explosion. So it started with explosion. On the 13th and 14th of March, again some of the explosion took place because of the reason because earthquake and tsunami was going on simultaneously. An earthquake had caused a major effect on the internal parts of the nuclear reactors. On the 16th of March, almost 50% of the plant was had lost its control over the human existence because of the large amount of explosions, as well as because it was deep inside the earth's surface. The human could not directly enter and control that power station. On 17th and 18th of March, it was complete water transported to the plant to control a fire. Now you can understand when we are talking something about a water, that means you have to look forward that the poisonous material or radioactive material will be directly released out by two sources. One will be through an air, that is smoke, and the second will be through the water system. And the same took place. That means the because of the continuous water sources which was coming on in the area of this Fukushima Daiichi nuclear reactor, it was a system of radioactive dispersion. Within 3 to 6 days, the area was widely covered by the radioactive material which anybody hardly could imagine. And this was speed that means the speed of spread out of the nuclear disaster was so large that a part of complete area was covered with the radioactive material. Now over here you can find out through this diagram the area covered. That means around in 3 days it was only of 3000 radar. Then it was 1500 radar and 750 radar. That means a major part of nuclear reactor was there in 3 days itself. And you can find that this was a somewhat lesser part, but one cannot imagine that radioactive material when enters into some kind of body by any source, maybe it is through water or it is through air or it is through direct insertion through a skin, it can be harmful because it is radioactive. And the same took place. Also, it is considered to be one of the largest problem. Reason is because a lot of problem has been created and lot of loss has been created because of this accident. The very first part which is there, it is health effect. That means the people were suffering, then afterwards were found to be suffering from the radioactive diseases. Radioactive diseases in a sense, that means cancer, for example a thyroid cancer, because iodine content was completely changed because of radiation. Similarly, they were uh, going on with some problems like problem of blood cells, problem of white blood cell, red blood cell, platelets. People were having a problem of skin cancer, especially leukemia. We can call it as blood cancers because of the gamma radiations and exposure to this radiation. Also, many consider that there was a great genetic mutation caused due to this complete service of nuclear reaction. Reason is because the environment had completely changed. The environment was completely filled with the poisonous material, and the people staying over there were every day inhaling all the poisonous material, due to which the gene construction was completely changed and gene had gone into a source of mutation. So this mutation caused a problem in the future generations also. That means coming new birth of children was more hazardous or having more problem. The second important point which was looked forward was the cost price. That means there was a great economic disturbance in the area of Japan because it needed a very huge amount of loss of nuclear energy, nuclear power plant. Second important thing, it now needed a very big cost to clean up the complete area. So they needed a area or they needed a money to clean up the river, which was huge enough. It was also having an effect on the environment. Not only the environment, that means the people living or the organism living over there, but at the same time there was a complete changeover in the seasonal patterns. That means ozone was also having a problem. It got a huge amount of exposure to the nitrogen, and we know very well when ozone gets huge amount of exposure to the nitrogen, what happens? There is a depletion. So there started a depletion. Then also you can find that the winters, that means a seasonal changes or the winter which was there during this area, that this period of 2011, they found that the snow was completely smooth in color. That means it was having a carbon or charcoal products in it, and it was causing again a biggest problem. So this also caused a problem for the people, and huge number of people were evacuated. That means removed out from the area, from the local happenings. So this is just a sequence which I've tried to show. That is, this was a nuclear power plant. It was a normal nuclear power plant till the 2011 11th of March, and then later on it was followed by an accident, and this accident took place in this particular reactor number 4 5 and the reactor number 1 2 and 3, because 4 5 and 6 was completely under the shutdown. So 1 2 and 3, it was a meltdown. It caused a major problem on the human sources, organism sources, environmental sources, economic sources, and the coming generations of the next human or living organism. So this is considered as one of the major genetic mutation nuclear power accident. Okay, and that is Fukushima Daiichi. So till then, study hard.